Welcome to this presentation of the NBA Sunday night action right here on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team taking on Washington.
Let's go.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Jay out there with baddest one. That's the franchise. That's the franchise. And it's Clarkson in at the shooting guard. Here's the franchise. The three. Hands it from downtown.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Lillard. Here's the Holiday. Lets it go from deep. Shot misses.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
Flips it on the wing. Over Holiday. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Here's Washington. It's a three-point game. Durant just inside the line. He claims that one off the back line and down it falls.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's the franchise. Into the lane. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Just out for a three-point play. It's on Damian Lillard. Now Kevin Durant. Fires top of the key. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. The franchise passes to the franchise. Jacks up a three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, the one thing about Clarkson, a little bit inconsistent from deep, so that's a welcome sight for his team.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I had a chance to talk to the head coach of the visiting team, and it's Damian Lillard scoring. That's first and foremost in his mind. He told me defensive help is going to be key. He anticipates they'll run Lillard around screens all game, and he's implored his guys to be ready for it. We'll see a lot of team defense being played tonight. He's trying to be played today.
Thank you, David.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
First one falls for. That's also good, so he gets both free throws. We're having trouble stopping this run.
And the more trips they continue to come up empty, the more the pressure builds.
Again, missed by KD.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Here's the franchise. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the line. And so Adebayo will bring it up for Washington. They trail by 9 points. Tatum kicks to Durant. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
You simply can't fight on the shot fake, but Kevin Durant makes that a tough task.
It's his first trip to the line. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Here's baddest one. The pass to the franchise. Here's baddest one. Fires from deep. It's Adebayo with the rebound. First quarter of play, we're like 2 minutes in. And there's KD. That's good on the assist by Holiday. KD's got 6.
Kevin Durant is a threat to shoot it as soon as the ball hits his hands. This guy incredible, relentless as a scorer.
Here's the franchise. 6 points for him. Baddest one. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Washington trails by 8. Holiday looking for an opening. KD is behind Clarkson. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Here's the franchise. There's a good screen. A tray. And the three ball is good. 9 points in the game so far.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Lillard outside. Misses off the right angle.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Kicks it to Clarkson. It's good.
It's been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected in a honest stream.
And good that time.
Just so full of confidence.
Gilas
This guy
top of
knows
it.
he's at the top of his game. Kevin Durant excels cashing in from right there.
Here's the franchise. He's got 9. Down low. Here's Aguilar. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the strike. Washington trails by 10. For 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Nice decision by Tatum. Go to the pull-up game so you don't beat the defender at the rim.
Here's the franchise for Brian Lillard. Here's the franchise from down in the low post.
Geograph.
The franchise has got 11 points.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
And Lillard kicks to KD. Shoots. That one misses. Here's the franchise for Brian Lillard. Here's the franchise. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Outside Durant. Holiday against Clarkson. Pass to Tatum. Offensive rebound. It's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. Clarkson against Holiday. Aguilar pass to the franchise. Here's Baddest one. He kicks to Clarkson. It's good for the top of the key.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now, here's Lillard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Buries the long-range jumper.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
Passes to Madison. Here's the franchise for Brian Lillard. To the middle. It's thrown down hard with both hands.
That's the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little bit.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Here comes the youth.
Getting ready to come in for Washington. Kevin Love's checked in. Bio. Chris Middleton comes in for Jason Tatum. Bradley Beal's
Almost
checked in
this year.
for Drew Holiday. And it's Booker in for Lillard. Now here's Beal.
There we go, fight.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin. here to start the game.
Here's the franchise. He's guarded by Love. The 8-footer. The shot, no good. Nice defense from KD. Outside, Beal. Shoots over Clarkson. He's off on that one. Here's the franchise. Defended by Booker. Here's the pass to the franchise. Here's the franchise. As to Ramos. A 3-ball. It's good shot. Some solid defense there from KD. And so is KD with it. He brings up the ball for Washington. A 12-point game. And that one is good from KD.
Okay, Kevin Durant scanning the floor, looking for opportunities, making the teammates feel good. Nice.
And here's Clarkson. After the 3-pointer from Bradley Beal. Beal with the block.
Shit.
Middleton looking it over. Takes it.
That is so hard right there.
Here's the franchise. 11 points in the game. To the inside. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Love. First free throw is good.
Yeah, and early on, doing a really nice job at the free throw line.
So he gets them both.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Booker with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to Durant. Back to Beal. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Another miss for him. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. Beal's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Out to the wing. Guarded by KD. Here's the franchise. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Booker left side. Outside for KD. Good. Nice assist from Booker. Durant.
And he's here to led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Here's the franchise. Defended by Booker. Here's Clarkson. 3 off the mark. Washington trails by 8. Here's the 3. Durant, no good. Here's the franchise. He's got 11. They set the pick to the paint. Lays it up off the glass. 6 points for him.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over, so you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Washington on D, following Durant's 3-point attempt.
Let's go.
After the shot, it sends him to the line. The first free throw is good.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
Both good from the line that time.
There's
a minute 40 left in the first quarter. Now here's Booker. Nothing in on the scoreboard for him. Stolen. This is it to Ramos. Here's the 3. Bangs on the trifecta.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Aku percaya dia mah talagang ganda ka na.
The pass to Katie. To stop the run. And that one is off.
A team's rebounding is a great measure
Mga bata
of its
kasi.
energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Shoots from the right block. Grabs the board. Washington trails by 15. KD finds Booker. Beal gets a
Rock.
wide open look. The three-pointer, no good.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
A three-pointer off the mark. Durant in the corner. Fires for three. That one's not going to go. One second left. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the visiting team. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And their ability to get points in the... And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Just they've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
And this is why coaches say be aggressive. As long as you're playing smart, good things tend to happen, even if you're on the road.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups.
This match too.
Inside,
Ah!
stolen by
Turn
Adebayo.
over.
Here's Lillard. Driving inside. Uses the glass to finish the leg.
Right pala yun.
Refuses to let contact deter him from scoring. I'm a fan of Lillard's willingness to challenge defenders.
Here's Mattis one. Knocks down the three ball. He's got 6.
You know, he could have looked to score that himself, but in this particular instance, the advantage is playing inside out.
Levine deciding where to go with it. Pass to Lillard. Shoots for 3. And it's Lillard again missing.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here's Mattis one. Down low. Another shot. He's just scored his first
Finally.
shot, making him 1 for 4.
How many times have we seen a possession make that
Twin Tower.
ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Here's Levine. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter. The quick look, no good that time. And so is Theo. He'll bring it up for Washington. They trail by 16. Now Levine. He's covered by Beal. The shot from the low post is good.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it. Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Passes it to Mattis. Six on the shot clock. Second shot opportunity, and it's 2 points.
Twin Towers.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Lillard from outside. And it's Lillard again missing.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Here's Baddest one. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Baddest one's got 5.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Over to the lane. Shoots. The shot that time, not on target. Now Washington takes it the other way. The shot by Lillard, wide open. And again, Washington, no good.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
And there's the pass, the baddest one. Takes the 3. It's all in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got 5 rebounds tonight.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence. And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
Bean passes to Tatum. Levine trying to free himself up. And Tatum the bucket on the assist. Levine.
Now, Zach Levine is a solid passer. This guy entered the league as a point guard, puts it on the money there.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
Here's the franchise, covered by Lillard. The franchise passes to Clarkson. Here's the franchise, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo. And the first one at the line is good. And so he hits both. Washington trails by 19. And Lillard gets to Howard. Shot from 16. That shot, no good. Holiday's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. To the middle. Nice feed from Levine. And Washington has possession. Trying to break the nice goal streak. And Lillard throws it down.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Here's the franchise for by Lillard. Here's the franchise. Rebound, Washington.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was up.
It's good from long range.
And really this morning, this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring him back.
Here's the franchise. He's got 11. Here's Aguilar. Kicks it to Clarkson. Pass to the franchise. Just 5 on the clock. With the drive. Franklin here, but off. Washington trails by 14. Here's Holiday. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%. Holiday's gone 2 for 4 so far here tonight. Here's the franchise. Lets it go with a three. And he's good on the three ball.
Oh, shit.
The franchise has got 14 points.
That's his first triple of the second period, third of the game.
Outside Holiday. Now, here's Lillard. Not a lot of room. And he makes that one. Lillard's at 12 now in this quarter.
And just putting his entire offensive imagination on full display. What a smooth release from Lillard.
Here's the franchise. No good on the three.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look. Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Nailed from three-point land. 17 points in the game.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Washington calls timeout. Look at the franchise. What a contribution.
Well, I think this is a necessary timeout so they can figure out a way to limit the impact this guy's having from three-point range. They've got to dedicate more resources to their perimeter D.
And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Kevin Love's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Kevin Durant comes in for Jason Tatum. Chris Middleton's checked in for Zach LaVine. And it's Devin Booker in for Lillard.
What you love about this is there's an unselfish nature to Kevin Love's game, and I believe that's contagious.
Here's the franchise. He's got 17. Drills it from outside.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
And so Booker will bring it up for Washington. 17-point game. He dishes it to Holiday. Booker in the post. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
How about the ability to adjust and finish in different situations? Devin Booker, elite as a scorer.
Here's Clarkson. Good on the three-point shot. Clarkson's got 10 points.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Booker with it. Pass to Durant. And that one, good. KD's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, against aggressive defense, but Kevin Durant so good at keeping his balance, even amidst getting knocked around.
Here's the franchise. Oh, and the powerful one-handed slam.
Unbelievable explosion. Shows a great burst to the rim, extends over the taller defender.
Booker looking around. Clarkson against Holiday. Middleton outside. Left side, KD. Washington needs to get a shot off here. There's the triple. The shot by Holiday, no good. Holiday's gone 2 for 6 from the floor so far. And here's the try.
Wow, big time move by Jordan Clarkson. The defense forced to adjust. That's an incredible drive.
Washington trails by 20. Booker outside. And Middleton kicks to Holiday. Passes it to KD. Back to Holiday. Comes up empty down low.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
Here's the franchise. He started by Love. The franchise. At this time, his first miss in 3 attempts from the field. Outside Durant. Here's the floater. And it's good on the way. KD's got 17 now.
Boy, KD has such great touch on that floater. An easy, fluid release on what is a really tough shot.
Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Outside Holiday. 52 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's the franchise, guarded by Holiday. The franchise passes to Aguilar. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Booker outside. Now the pass to Durant. Back to Booker. 3-pointer. The shot, no good.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
And he makes the first.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Good on both. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half. From the arc. Doesn't go that time. And stolen by Love. And another miss by Washington. And so it's the visiting team, holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. Their defense has picked. And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, checking out the visiting team. Kenny, how'd you see it?
Well, we can't look past the huge contribution their benches provide. They've got this league making.
That about wraps it up.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 3 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been a clinic out there by the franchise.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
They've got Adebayo. Holiday out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Tatum, and it's KD in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Here's the franchise. And a miss there on the triple. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for Washington. Adebayo passes to Lillard. Misses the 3. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Pass to the franchise. Here's the franchise, defended by Durant. Here's the franchise. Sinks the 3-pointer. The franchise has got 22.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Tatum trying to break free. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Driving in.
This guy is more than capable of making that play. Jordan Clarkson confident around the cup.
Clarkson's getting it done tonight. Efficiently here from the floor. 6 of 10 so far. Lillard fires away from way outside. Again, the miss by Lillard.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Wow, hammering it in.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Tatum kicks to Lillard. Looking to end the run.
Hola.
And again, Washington no good.
Man, he's just pulled a Harry Houdini in this quarter. He's completely disappeared.
Here's the franchise, covered by Lillard. Aguiar passes to the franchise. Shot clock at 5. No good that time. Some. Defense from Lillard. Here's Washington now. Tatum finds Lillard.
So a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Baddest one passes to Clarkson. Here's the franchise, covered by Lillard. And it's Durant with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass to Lillard. Durant trying to break free.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Washington calls timeout. Look at the franchise. What a contribution.
Boy, he's really had their number. They need to make some kind of adjustment during this timeout.
Lillard outside. And the drought. It doesn't go for him.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Clarkson. The rebound by Holiday. Lillard outside. The three. It's not going to go for him.
He started out strong. 3 threes in the first half, but the long ball has disappeared on him since.
Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Why Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it's a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
G.A., thank you. Driving the lane, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
And Washington making a change here. Levine's checked in. Talk about receding in the playoffs when you got down to the final 4 teams. If it ensures the 2 best teams make the finals, it would seem to me, Greg, to be worth it. What about you?
You know, it could be. I think about the worldwide attention on that championship round, but you got to get the Eastern Conference teams to sign off on that. And, you know, we've seen it happen in the past where the power shifts from one conference to the other, but ultimately, nothing better than seeing the 2 best teams play for it all.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Here's the franchise, covered by Lillard, and the rejection by Tatum.
Well, really improving as a defender, Jason Tatum has those long arms to redirect shots. Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Even a decent shooter is going to make that with no pressure.
Here's the franchise, covered by Lillard. They set the pick. The franchise passes to the franchise. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
That one is no good.
Penalty he missed.
Now here is Holiday. 7 points in the game. Lillard outside.
He has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Washington. Holiday finds Tatum. And it's good for two. Tatum's got 11 points.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
Here's the franchise. Covered by Lillard. Covered by Lillard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. He has 6.
Well, what a job. Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Over to the left wing. Pass to the franchise. Six to shoot. The franchise passes to the franchise. Shot from the top of the key. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Holiday kicks to Lillard. To the inside. And slammed up by Tatum.
Quick thinking, wins game, assist. Finds the open man, and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Beyond the arc. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Adebayo. Kicks it out to Lillard. To the paint. Picked off in midair. Here's the franchise. Covered by Lillard. Launches a 3. Call back, baby. Dick Barnett with the pretty J.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Here's the franchise. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. The franchise has got 13 points here in the second half alone. And here's Levine. Outside Holiday. From deep. That one doesn't drop. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
13 feet away. Bucket is good. He's got 8.
Well, he knew what he wanted to do there. Uses that height to get a clean look over the smaller defender.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions right now. They need fast.
Levine's athleticism and high release point make it very difficult to contest shots.
Here's the franchise. He's got 32. Inside the franchise, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
I gotta believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Guarded by Tatum. Connects from 3-point range.
This guy's a fucking
the
shooter.
kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Hurting is a shooter.
Now Lillard. He's got 15. Outside Tatum. Fires the 3. Fails the fall. This number 6 now shooting 50%. He's taken 12 shots. Here's the franchise. Covered by Lillard. The pass to the franchise. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Jason Tatum did not like that one.
and get a load of fat move. We don't get to see plays like that very often.
No, we don't. Sailing in off the baseline for the reverse stop. And he comes up with the deuce. Lillard's got 17 now.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
They double it without a bite. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1-1.
And that'll give him a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
By Lillard. Pass to the franchise. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his fifth make on 9 shots from the floor.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
Outside, Levine. Levine's got 1 3-pointer tonight in 4 tries. Here's the franchise, guarded by Tatum. And basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Well, he had trouble making shots in the first period, but rounding into himself here in the second.
The wide open look here for Holiday. Off target with his 3. Here's the franchise. To the middle. Here's the franchise. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Damian Lillard. The first one falls, and Washington going with a whole new group here. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for Washington. And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Booker outside. 30 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Launches it. No good that time. Booker's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Passes it to Bannister from outside the arc. Rebound, Washington. Durant deciding where to go with it. Pass to Middleton. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Deliver. Quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You'll love the unselfish play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The franchise is out there with Jay. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Ramos in at the point. Clarkson passes to Aguilar, and layup's good off the glass.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Beal, that's for 2. With nobody on him, he carries the jumper. Clarkson with the ball. Greg, your son's been drafted. You were drafted in the NBA. As you look back on the process that you went through and your son Cole has gone through, what are some of the flags? What are some of the things that stand out to you?
First and foremost, boy, how time flies. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, at least it feels like, that they were calling my name on draft night. But
91, right?
Yeah.
91.
You know, every stage of life, though, has its joys. And listen, to play the game I love and now see him playing it at this level, it's truly a blessing. In his case, he probably loves it even more. You know, he didn't grow up the way I did. He grew up just with a true love and passion for the game. So it's humbling and obviously something that I take great pride in.
You were taken out of UNLV 1991, number 12 overall. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Bradley Beal.
The one thing with Clarkson, sometimes he can get a little out of control, and he does a tremendous job creating offense and putting himself in a position to attack.
Fourth quarter now, we're about a minute and a half in. Oh, offensive interference.
Okay, you.
So it's Washington now. Here's Booker. He takes it in. It's good.
Well, a guard has got to come with physical intensity on the interior, and Devin Booker does just that.
To the right side. And the pass to Aguilar. Over Green. The shot will not fall. Now Washington takes it the other way. Booker outside. A lot of big decisions have fallen on Adam Silver's shoulders, the commissioner of the NBA. And Greg, I think you and I agree, by all accounts, he has succeeded with flying colors. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
No doubt about it. I mean, I don't know that you could have had a better person for the time.
Come on,
Adam Silver is to be commended, but I think also appreciated, not just from the players and the owners, but I think our fans should also appreciate who he is as a person. I've often said that commissioners typically work for the owners. And he's the one commissioner, no matter the sport, that I've always felt like was a partner of the players as well.
From the moment he entered the league, Kevin Love has been one of the top offensive rebounders in the NBA. Simply tenacious.
Defended by Booker. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
That's about reading the floor. Hits his man right where he wanted it.
Grant outside. From downtown. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Grant's got his first 3 points of the game.
Very good awareness from Grant. Just the ability to catch and shoot. So important to his growth.
Here's Ramos. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Love finds Middleton. Grant sets a screen for Middleton. They're enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Aguilar, guarded by Green. Aguilar. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. Jay's got 4 this quarter.
You know, he hasn't taken as many shots tonight, but they're still ahead. And that means his teammates are delivering.
Pass to Middleton. Yes, that goes in.
And just about every one of Middleton's shots is a smart one. Even from mid-range, he's not going to force anything.
Passes it to Aguilar. Down low. To the wing right side. Here's Ramos. Off target from outside. And it's Washington's ball. Middleton left side. This one for 3. Here's Green. And it's blocked right out of the air. And controls it. It's good. That basket is now 5 for 9.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting to it.
To the inside. And Kevin Love, the bucket with the assist by Booker. Booker's got his 3rd assist on the night. Takes a step back. Here's Ramos. And the playoff target.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Booker the pass to Love. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Well, that's the court awareness of Mr. Devin Booker. This guy increasingly becoming such a good passer.
Last season was kind of a rough one, very turbulent for the NBA. The China controversy, the passing of David Stern, Kobe Bryant, and finally the COVID pandemic. Other than that, it was kind of uneventful.
Yeah, I mean, an incredibly tough year.
Wow.
You know, you just go back to March, and who would have ever thought we would go through what we went through? And you talked about all the other issues, David Stern and Kobe both passing. You know, I'm just hopeful we get a return to normality, because that sounds pretty good right about now.
It sure does. Middleton's gone, just 2 of 6 shooting, 33%. On Tuesday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas. Then on Thursday.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Washington making some changes. Graham's checked in, and Levine subbed in for Chris Middleton. And Washington has possession. Outside, Levine. Grant sets a screen for Levine. And again, Washington no good. Levine's gotten only one of his threes to drop for him. He's got 5 attempts. Here's the franchise. Here's the 3. The rebound by Grant. And so Graham will bring it up for Washington. There's the steal. Fast break, here they come. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Damian Lillard's checked in for Washington. Here's the franchise. Numbered by Lillard. Here's the franchise. Traps in the tray. The franchise has got 18 points now here in the second half.
And the D has gotten a little bit lax here defending the triple.
Lillard fires away from way outside, from beyond the arc, and then some.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Here's the franchise. Greg, you played against some terrific players, including the late, great Kobe Bryant. I'd love to hear your thoughts on playing against Kobe.
I mean, his passing it is still tough, I'm sure, for many to deal with, because he was just taken from us at such a young age. But this guy was a ferocious competitor and someone who showed us in life and in tragedy that you need to make the most of every moment that we have here. You know, I just appreciated to really the fans getting to know Kobe once his career was over, because I think he was able to let his guard down a little bit and show us a lighter side, a more compassionate side.
That is an excellent point. That's the 3 fly. Carries it from 3-point range. The franchise has got 40 points.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Now here's Lillard, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. Clarkson against Levine. And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to review it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, the franchise.
Hey, Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. And it's Lillard again missing. Right lane. Looking to get back on track here. Graham with the rebound.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
And what a day on the glass for a guy who's given up a lot of size out on the floor.
Here's Baniswan. Sinks the triple.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And it's Washington's ball. And here's Levine. And Zach Levine gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league. I'm sure the reality is these guys work just as hard as guys worked back in our era. They just have more understanding of what their value is. And in a lot of ways, they've got more courage to speak out because, you know, let's face it, they're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
A three-pointer is right on target.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Levine dishes to Grant. Nice ball movement by Washington. Graham gets a wide open look. No good, unable to end this run. From deep three-point range, but they'll get another chance. From past the arc, gets the three-pointer to fall.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
2 points, that one goes. Lillard's got 22 points.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
It is not an easy task trying to convert against length. Give him credit for taking on that challenge.
Drills the three-pointer.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
1:35 left to play here in the fourth. Outside, Levine. He kicks it to Grant. Lillard from outside. The shot, no good.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
The pass to Aguilar. Shoots over Grant. It's on target from the high post. And that's 12 points for Jay. That was a big one. You could hear it.
And sometimes the silence of a crowd can speak volumes.
Outside, Levine. Pass to Lillard. Out left to the wing. Three-pointer. Graham. Doesn't go for him. 43 seconds left in the game. Started by Levine. He gets that one.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Lillard surveying the D. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Grant gets a wide open look. And another miss by Washington. Going inside. Offensive rebound. Whoops, they anticipated the pass. Turnover. Shot from the wing. Yep, it's good. And so the road team gets the W in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Berger gave it all. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.